Hello, I'm Paul, known as Walking Bear. Welcome back to the Land Before Time Therapy. Tonight I'll be telling you now about the fifth movie in the Land Before Time franchise, which, as you see why I'm dressed up in this Hawaiian shirt, which has to kind of do with something tropical. It's not exactly like Hawaii, but known as the Mysterious Island. As you see right here. Now this one tells about another trial they had to deal with, famine, as it takes place right here. And I quote, "One day a cloud of swarming leaf gobblers descend upon the great valley and devours every plant in sight. Now the once lush landscape is barren and empty, and the valley herds must search for a new home until the leaves grow back. But when quarreling among the adults threatens to separate them, Littlefoot and his prehistoric pals set off on their own. Their search takes them across the big water, where strange creatures live and swim, to the shores of the mysterious island, where they become reacquainted with Chomper, the adorable young Sharptooth from the Great Valley Adventure. This time, the tables have turned and Chomper must protect his plant-eating friends from the sharp teeth of the island, including his own parents." So as you see, this is when they had to deal with the trial of famine, and how they had to leave their home until it was restored again. But the quarreling almost did separate them, because I guess the grown-ups were getting concerned, especially Sarah's father Topsy once again was getting really grouchy about it, thinking they should split up and go their own separate ways. But Littlefoot did not want to hear of it, so he tried to actually help solve the problem by going off on their own. And it actually turned out to be a good thing. I guess because it led the others to a paradise where they could live for a while. But that was before they got reunited back with their families, when they accidentally went off toward a mysterious island where they met Chomper again, living with his parents. And that was pretty tough. Sarah didn't think that Chomper was really their friend. She thought he was going to eat them just because he was a Sharptooth, a T-Rex. And the big water here actually is the ocean for us. To them it's called big water, but to us it's the ocean. So this is when they get to see the ocean for the first time in their lives. And it does have a lot of memorable songs as well, especially when they were lost on the island and they tried to get home from the island back to the mainland, but it was pretty rough, especially with sharks along the way trying to eat them up. With catchy songs like Always There, describing how they felt being with their families, even missing them while trying to sleep at night. Then Big Water, where they tell about their fears about the ocean and how dangerous they thought it was. And then the last one, which actually is a really funny one, which tells a joke about friends that want to eat with you and friends that want to eat with them. Friends for dinner. It's kind of a joke that Chomper made up when he was trying to find food for them without Chomper's parents knowing where the kids were. It was actually a pretty funny song, in my opinion. It actually makes me laugh. Even when I think about that song, I just can't stop laughing sometimes. But some important things to remember of this, besides the songs, is having courage and showing generosity, and also another one, big one, is the gift of lasting friendship. Because if you watch this, you'll see with Chomper that his friendship with Littlefoot and his friends never died. It continued on. He still remembered them, and that was a surprise for them because they thought he was going to eat them when they did not know it was him. So that was neat. And he actually can talk this time because he's able to speak both Sharptooth and Leaf-Eater talk, which is nice. And I think that's pretty cool. And it was a bond that was actually greater than time for these guys. Even another theme of separation and differences. Sarah actually learned through Chomper's parents as well that even though they're different, they're still living things, and that they will always be friends. No matter how different Chomper was, they would always be friends. No matter how different they were, whether Sharptooth or Leaf-Eater, they were still family. Chomper and his parents were still family. And that's how the kids remember how much they missed their families. And it was great they were able to be with them into a nice paradise they were able to stay at until the valley grew again so they can return home again. Which would have taken some time, probably a year, I bet, or 2, or a year and a half. Probably to restore everything again. But as I said before, the gift of lasting friendship is always important because we might not be able to see friends for a long time, and it's amazing how they can remember us, and I'm always surprised about that myself. I was surprised like Littlefoot was when he met Chomper again. I was surprised to see a lot of my old friends who I thought I would never see again after many years, especially since high school. So I hope if you ever have the chance to check out this amazing adventure where Littlefoot and his friends go off into an island in the middle of the ocean known as the Mysterious Island. Until the next video, this is Walking Bear, Paul May signing off. Good night.